Hello, my name is Brian, or maybe some of you might know from my old diet YouTube channel known as Bleak Up, and I'm just here today to make a podcast with y'all. Um, and well, our podcast is officially going to be known as AMA Podcast, or also known as Anime Podcast, and or at least this podcast, we're just going to be, or just in this podcast in general, we're just going to be talking about anything regarding with Japanese culture, whether it's anime or manga. But the first topic that we're going to be heading over today is so we're going to be talking about any upcoming anime in spring 2020. But first, we actually have a guest, so please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Elias. Some people might know me as Dobbyisms, not likely. Uh, I draw and shit on Twitter.
All right. So, is there anything interest that piques your interest, L, for this upcoming season?
As for upcoming anime in spring 2020, let's see. I don't know. There's a lot of animes that like other people have watched that I have not seen yet. Uh, such as um, such as like Food Wars, Fruits Basket. Um, but some of this stuff looks like things that are like under the radar um that look fairly interesting.
Mm,
I
yeah.
can't really name a particular one yet.
Yeah, I like we're currently right now. Elle and I we're just like searching through the spring, spring 2020 in my anime list, most likely. Um, and so far, probably the one that actually piqued my interest is hey, let's see. I think it's gonna have to be like listeners because I don't know. I just enjoy like some music animes, like for example, like Your Lie in April. But pretty much what Listeners is, it's a sci-fi music film where it's set in a world where the concept of music ceases to exist. The story begins with a boy encountering Mew, a mysterious girl who possesses an audio input jack in her body. The two intermingle with the history of rock music and embark on an unforgettable journey.
Ooh.
Sourced by Mal. So it is quite interesting because it does seem like it's gonna be like a kind of like a romance music movie, just similar to like Your Lie in April. And I'll probably like give that like an actual watch. So what about for you, Al?
Let's see. I think the one that probably looks most, I don't know. The one that I'm most likely to watch just because I grew up with the show is Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens.
Mm.
Although it looks like a major disappointment. um I so from what I've heard, this anime, I mean, for the game, there's the TCG version of the game, which is played in places like America and Europe, and then there's the OCG, which is played mainly in Asia. So while the Yu-Gi-Oh seasons that we know have focused a lot on TCG, this one is doing OCG. So this one is going to be based on the card game based in Asia.
Mm. I see.
And, the character design unfortunately didn't look as good as the previous animes, but I mean, I might give it a chance.
Just cause. I mean, I
Just
did.
because.
Yeah, because I did. I did watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains when it first came out, and I am not gonna lie, I was pretty disappointed. Um, my like the whole concept of Yu-Gi-Oh just kind of like just threw me out of a bucket. I was like, damn, this is it's a lot more fast paced now than what I remember back in the past.
Oh yeah, the game has gotten more fast paced and harder as of recently. But after Zexal came out, it's just like I haven't been too happy with the anime. Um, just yeah, the first few seasons were much better.
Oh, actually, what I am really interested is that there's gonna be a third season of Snafu, which is pretty cool, and like the official name is like called Yahari Ore no Seishun Love Comedy wa Machigateru Kan, which I'm sorry that I butchered that, but it's a really good like slice of life drama comedy show. Wait, have you ever heard of Snafu, L?
I think I've heard of it, but I haven't heard too much about it. Only the name.
It's really good. Like if you really want like a slice of life like drama, like it's a real like kicker because the protagonist is it's not like any of your average like protagonist, like your horror protagonist. He's very realistic in his personality. That's why I was like, dude, I can relate to him. Hachiman, best man.
Oh, Hachiman.
Yeah, that's the character's name.
I heard of his character. I heard he's a thought slayer.
The Thought Slayer? Wait,
I could be wrong though.
I have never heard of Hachiman as a Thought Slayer, but alright.
Like I said, I never watched the anime, so I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of deceiving characters in that show, but I do enjoy a little bit of Hachiman from here and there. And is there anything else that piques my interest? Um, Probably like what the dude. Oh, there's a second season of Sugo Sugumomo, which that I watched the first season, and I'm not gonna lie, that is a piece of work. As in, I finished it, and I didn't personally enjoy it. It was just there for like a harem etchy purpose, and I just realized I was like, man, story wise, it's kind of generic, so it's like it's just there.
Speaking of compromising animes, there's Ore no Yubi de Mirarero. Hey Tengo Futarakiri. It's a long title. Why?
Of course, with your standard long titles from light novels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the little preview photo on my anime list looks compromising enough. Um, this seems like it's probably going to become some kind of edgy anime. Of course,
Oh,
I'm not sure.
oh, are you talking about Ore no Yubi de Midari Rero Aitengo Futukari no Salon de Fuck? Wait, dude, I what? How long is your title? Oh, it's not even. Oh, wow, the three dots
The
is just
title is not
part.
even fully shown on here.
I see. It just stops at de. And the synopsis is Fumi works as an assistant at a popular salon in this. Fuck. God damn it, ads. At a popular salon in the city and is aiming to become a hairdresser. She receives a strict guidance from Sosuke. Sosuke! The salon charismatic hairdresser and manager, and every time he touches Fumi, he becomes agitated. One day after the salon closed, Fumi stands in as Sosuke's practice partner at the shampoo station. As he touches her and sprinkles her with water, she becomes angry again, or so they thought. Could she actually be attracted to him? Sosuke flashes an evil smile as he senses Fumi's heart, and his fingertips starts to stroke every corner of her body. Fumi cannot use his fingers anymore.
Oh, this sounds like a hentai, actually.
That does sound like a hentai more than anything. Actually, I mean, I think as of recently, like the line for like hentai and anime, like there's no fine line anymore because of especially because of Ishiko reviewers. I think that's the name. Ishiko reviewers? That the name? Wait, have you heard of it?
I have not.
Oh, I meant Ishizuko reviewers, which the English name is called interspecies reviewers, and even though it is an anime, there's a lot of like hentai like related scenes to it, and it's like actually shown where I'm like, damn, that's that's content right there. Because like I literally watched like 2 episodes of it. I stopped at the ferry because I was like, damn, this is like a little bit too much for me. And then yeah, and I haven't watched it ever since. It came out as of this season, and it's been blowing up. That's why I was like, all right.
Oh yeah, it says in the when you click on more information, it says that the genres are romance and ecchi, rated R plus for mild nudity. So
Oh,
yeah, it's an ecchi.
oh, for the salon one.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, yeah, that's kind of like what I expected, to be honest. It's like, man, that's like, I
I
don't know.
just might give that a watch just for kicks.
Well, I might give it a watch just because it's done by. Actually, wait, hold on. What has Magic Bus made? Because I feel like I've heard of that company, but I just never like took it into like consideration. Oh, oh, I have. Oh God, it made the skirt one. That's it. Oh, it made a lot of ecchi oriented anime slash hentai.
I guess that
Uh
makes sense. Though I've only seen one thing. When I look it up on Google, all I see coming up is the Magic School Bus.
yes, the Magic School Bus makes hentai slash ecchi oriented things, which yeah,
That's a thing.
that's
Let's
a
see. They
thing.
have made a Sweet Punishment. Um, let's see. They have also made what's this one?
They made a the cross dressing.
No,
Yeah,
Nakawa Kedamono something.
yeah,
Araya-san.
yeah. I've seen the skirt one, and I was well. I actually finished it when it first came out, and I already know it's bad, but I'm just like, damn, if a guy has to go that far just to like cross dress in order to make out with a girl, damn, that's like that's on a whole nother level. Yeah, because he literally just cross dressed as a girl because the girl is just like, oh my god, that woman's attractive as shit. Let me let me try to talk to her and realizes that's a guy. He's like, oh no, I've done fucked up, and that's how like it just ends. It's like
Yeah. It's Magic Bus makes a lot of or makes content around controversial topics as well.
mm,
The way the says it, so maybe I'm having second thoughts.
I mean, it truly provides like a lot of content.
Yeah, it provides some content. I don't know. Watching it funds it, so
Oh, no,
it's the Sword Art Online is how very disappointed by it. Sorry, Sword Art Online fan.
yeah. Second part of Sword Art Online Analyzation part two. Well, War of the Underworld is gonna come out, and that's where I'm like, because so far I've actually caught up to the anime, and I'm just like, uh, damn, damn boy, I was really bored in War of Underworld. Because all they did was just a lot of talking and like no slashing at all. I was just like, man, dude, are you trying to bore me to death with like your fucking talks? Okay, buddy. Yeah,
I
cause
mean, Online got boring ever since the second season with Alfheim, so I mean,
yeah. All right. Oh, another thing that actually piqued my interest is called Yesterday wa Utate, which the synopsis just says after college Rikuwa Uzumi, a boy without much ambition in life, takes on a job at a convenience store. The days pass by uneventfully for Rikuo until he meets his former girlfriend and classmate, but especially thanks to the unusual Haru Nonaka and her pet Raven.
the synopsis ended.
No, no. yeah, it just ended. It just literally is just like, but especially thanks to the unusual Haru Nonaka and her pet raven, nothing else. There's just nothing. I'm just like, man, what happened, dude? I want to know what happened yesterday. I think that's literally what it translates to. It's just like yesterday for me. That's what it translates to. Cool. Oh,
See, so it says the genres are slice of life, romance, and seinen, which is interesting because seinen is basically like more like the adult version of shonen. So and then if you click on the genre as well, you see stuff like Tokyo Ghoul, Elfen Lied, um, let's see, Bullet, Black Lagoon, Hell's Ultimate. So it seems along the lines of the like intense action.
hmm.
Um, it seems more on the intense action side as well as romance. So I mean, it seems like a casual anime, but apparently there's going to be some interesting things going on in there.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm just like looking over like spring of 2020 and so far like I'm not really like there's definitely some really good ones like Snafu and like the second se- second season of Kaguya-sama, but like oh, there's gonna be a fifth season of Shokugeki no Soma, but like I'm probably not that interested in that. Oh, there's just honestly a lot of like second seasons of like a previous series where I'm like
Yeah,
it's
as well as a bunch of under the radar anime like not many people have heard about.
yeah. So it's like I don't know. For me, like spring of 2020, I'm definitely only gonna watch like a few. I'm not gonna watch a lot.
Same here. And with a lot of these second seasons, I have to watch the first season of the place. There is an ONA of Ghost in the Shell coming out. Um, Gundam. Let's see,
Wait, Ghost in the
and two.
Shell?
I believe that's what it is.
Oh yeah, it is. I'm tripping. Yeah, because I was like Ghost in the Shell. I've never heard of Kokaku Kidotai Sac underscore 2045. What is that? And then I just literally see like the English like translation says Ghost in the Shell. Oh, by Netflix. So it's probably gonna be a Netflix original.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a thing.
I
I
mean,
mean, Netflix originals usually aren't that bad, but I mean, they aren't great in general.
have you seen Shoot, I can't even remember that series right now. Oh, Devilman Crybaby. That one,
Devilman Crybaby was absolutely amazing, though. That was good.
yeah. See, now that was a Netflix original, and that was pretty good. But all the other Netflix originals, I'm like, hmm.
Devilman Crybaby seems like some stuff to watch when you're high, though, so you really trip.
It's like, dude, gotta watch Devilman Crybaby. You know, you just see all those joints just anatomically like just not work at all. It's like, yeah, bro. Yeah, I want to see my arm pop off. Yeah. What else? Yeah. There's like, yeah, it's like it's honestly just a lot of second season. But
I'm kind of interested in this Bungo to Alchemist Shinpan no Haguruma.
Bunko no Alchemist.
Bungo to Alchemist.
Oh, that one.
You are in a world where you can meet famous Japanese historical writers with a party composed of other writers. You delve into tainted books to purify them, unlock secrets, and gain new allies. Apparently, this
Actually,
is um based off of a game.
yeah, yeah. Which is I don't know. I feel like animes that are based off of games, like they're not that great, except for Castlevania. That even though I never watched it yet, but I heard that's really good.
I heard Castlevania was good. As far as Persona is concerned, I learned only Let's see. I heard Persona 5 was okay, but not too great.
Not not too great. Actually,
Yeah.
I think I watched Persona 5, but I don't know. I was watching it in like 2 in the morning, so I can't even like recall like. Well, no, because I did remember watching it, but I just remember like knocking out on my bed, just like watching like Persona 5. I was like, damn, I can't believe I knocked out. Yeah.
Let's
Uh,
see.
honestly, hmm. Well,
It looks like that's all there is as far as interesting animes for spring 2020.
all right. So I guess we could just like honestly just talk about like um just like any nostalgic animes like that that we
Ooh,
remember.
ooh, some nostalgic anime. So like stuff we watched in our childhood.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right. I'm curious to know what you watched, Brian.
You're curious to know what I watched?
Mm,
Like back when I was a kid?
yes.
Well, like to be honest, I think it's like with like any other kid where it's just like, "Oh yeah, my first technical anime, which is not even anime because it was on like Cartoon Network, was Pokemon. You know, it's all about Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, occasional Dragon Ball that I see, and actually a little bit of Naruto. But like I think like honestly, like probably like a really big nostalgic factor for me, like of the first ever anime that I watched is funny enough, like back in 2010, it was Rosario and Vampire, and I was actually really hyped.
Rosarian Vampire.
Yeah, it was a horror anime, but like I was really hyped about it because I was hoping that there was a third season. Um, but like now I'm just like, why was I really hyped about it? To be honest, because it's like, because I actually rewatched it again when I was older, and then I was like, man, I don't know why I remember this to be good, but it's like down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be on Netflix. Is it still on Netflix?
Rosarian Vampire? Let me
Yeah.
check. I don't think so. I mean Netflix has been like moving around a lot of things.
Oh yeah, they've been bringing in all the good stuff.
Yeah, so it's like I think they did remove Rosarian Vampire. I might be wrong. Rosario.
I remember for a while they had some like pretty mediocre animes. If not, it was the older animes, the ones that everybody has watched at that point, like Naruto and Bleach. Um,
Oh, I watched the original Full Metal Alchemist. That one was also pretty cool. That
that one was pretty sweet. I've seen both Full Metal Alchemists. The original one I actually saw first. Before I saw Brotherhood, a lot of people saw Brotherhood first. I think that one's better. I mean,
I mean
I'm not quite sure.
it is. I mean yeah, I've watched it. I watched the first Full Metal Alchemist back in like, well, I watched it at 2010, but it came out in 2002, and like when I watched it, right? I mean, comparing to Brotherhood, obviously Brotherhood is a lot better because it's based off the actual manga, and like the original Full Metal Alchemist kind of like went on its own track, and it literally ended with like with Ed being on a train. Up, spoiler, my bad. Ed's on
You
it.
gotta cut that part out.
Yeah, I gotta cut that part out because freaking like that's a big spoiler right there. Like Ed being on a train. Jesus Christ. Oh my bad. Uh,
um,
yeah.
as far as nostalgia anime goes, I mean, like I did this thing. I grew well, I didn't exactly grow up with anime. I got into it late, probably around middle school, the beginning of middle school. But same shit, like Yu-Gi-Oh. I got into Naruto a little bit when I was little. I think the first, yeah, Dragon Ball was one as well. I think the first ever like like actual anime though, where I knew it was an anime, was probably it was either Bleach or One Piece. I'm not sure. Um, but both of them I love to pieces. I still love them. Um, and then another huge anime that like followed me throughout my childhood was Durarara.
Ah, Dorora. I actually haven't caught up to it. I think I stopped at like season 3 or something, and I didn't bother to watch season.
Season 4 is actually really good. All seasons are really good, and honestly, it's like the only anime that like that's the only anime that does not have an opening song that I don't like. So all of them have great opening songs.
That is true. And honestly, I should probably like go back to it because it's like that's honestly has been in my bucket list to finish Durara because I honestly want to just catch up.
It's super good. I feel like that's an anime that you gotta watch a couple times in order to really get it. Because if you do not pay attention, there's a lot of things that you'll miss. There's a lot of important characters in that anime. Um, all with all involved in each other in some way, even though they're not directly involved. And then, of course, you have that one person who's all behind it.
Mm.
Um, it's it's very interesting once you give it a couple watches. Um, I remember the first time I watched it, there were some things that I didn't get, some events that happened, where I wondered how exactly it happened. But the second time I watched it, I realized how everything was connected.
Uh.
Um, and then there's also I was doing some research a little bit on a particular character, Izaya, and it turns out he has a spin-off series um, that come in the form of light novels that turn out to be pretty interesting. So I mean, if you finish the anime and like really want to take a look at like Izaya as a character, then like I think it is called. Let's see. I gotta look that up. Izaya spinoff series. A Sunset with Ida Orihara. So that's a light novel if you ever want to check it out after you watch Durarara.
Hmm. Yeah, that would be pretty. Actually, that reminds me. Have you watched Violet Evergarden? Like I heard it's good, but like I never watched it yet.
I haven't seen Violet Evergarden, but I heard that was really good. A lot of friends keep telling me to watch it.
Yeah.
I have too many animes on my list to do that right now, but I definitely will get to that.
Actually, has there been like a manga recently that you've been reading and it's like really interesting for the people to listen?
Uh, I'm not a huge manga reader actually. The few mangas that I have are nostalgia anime like Bleach, One Piece, Yu-Gi-Oh. I have I have a spin-off. I have the spin-off manga for Attack on Titan, A Choice of No Regrets. That one starred Levi. I bought the full manga um in color.
Ah,
I mean, the as far as manga goes, like that's pretty much it. I'm not a huge manga reader. I'm definitely an anime watcher.
I see. Yeah, because I don't know. A lot of people have told me that if you want to read like some manga to read, like definitely like a good one to start off. As of recently, is Solo Leveling. Like so, like Solo Leveling is really good. I haven't gotten around to it because I had like a lot of constraints. Honestly, I'm just being lazy, but like I heard Solo Leveling was really good. I should probably like get into it, and I've also heard, or like one of my friends, I would have to like try to find it, but pretty much like it's really interesting because it's an etchy, but like the I want to try to remember it, but it's like the main premise is that the student council president can revert back time by taking off one article of clothing. And mostly it and that one article of clothing is like her undergarment. So like they the thing with the protagonist, like what he had to do was he accidentally saw her like breasts and then like Like, oh my god, dude. The school council president is so tsundere, where she's like, yo, you gotta be my closet, and I'm like, what the fuck? But it's so interesting because the reason why she got to that point is because she constantly reverts back time by taking off that one article of clothing. But she carries like a bag of like undergarments, so like every time she takes out that article of clothing, she could put on a new one. So like, uh, actually, dude, I need to reread that because it's so good. Except like, I need to
I was
find the
gonna
name.
ask if it was another version of the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, but this one is like uh
It's like, man, one article of clothing, and the protagonist is a closet, or his whole entire goal is to be a closet, where he carries like the undergarments of the school council president, and every time she reverts back in time, because since he saw the breast of the school council president, like he remembers everything. So that means he's aware that, oh wow, the school council president went back in time, and now I have to freaking give her a new pair of underwears. And yeah, that like that's also really cool to like read into. But
um sometimes sometimes I read manga online if I feel like taking a break from anime and just reading. I mean, but most of them are not really topics of interest to a wider audience. A friend introduced me to webtoons and introduced me to a manga called Bastard.
I see.
Um, so that one actually is pretty freaking interesting. Uh, I mean, the the content is not nearly similar, but in a way, it kind of reminds me of the Korean manga Killing Stalking. Um, so there's this kid. Um, see, that one's not it. I gotta look it up. So there's this kid who has a father who is a serial killer, particularly a serial killer of women. And his main goal is to gain more strength than his father, so he can finally stop him.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to cut you off a little bit short because now we're gonna be heading off to our break. So, those who are currently listening right now, we're gonna have a quick break and we're gonna be right back. So, yeah. All right. And we're back. Okay, so, L, just out of curiosity, do you have any like interesting convention stories that you'd like to tell everyone?
Interesting conventions. Let me recall the couple times I went to Anime Expo. Um, so let's see, Anime Expo is obviously in Los Angeles, over at the LA Convention Center. As far as as far as interesting anime convention stories, um, oh, I got one. I mean, it's a little bit weird, but it's probably one of the most interesting things that actually happened to me as far as the convention. So that year I was cosplaying just for fun. I cosplayed Amine Daiki from Kuroko's Basketball.
Oh, wow.
Uh, yeah. So that was like the anime. Unfortunately, was like dying, but I found I actually found a few people who were still cosplaying from that anime and who were still from that anime. Um, one particular person I met, I will not be revealing their identity. But okay, so one particular person, he and I are still friends now, but he was cosplaying Kagami Taiga, and I mean like you know how the whole shipping thing goes on like common ship that we like, so we
Yeah.
decided to go take some photos. So we were taking some cute photos together, and it was all like all fun, right? And it like and in over in the exhibit hall, they got these like backgrounds that you could take photos with. Um, in one particular picture, we decided to do like a scene. um, in like this like background that had like a lot of like old fashioned Japanese architecture and like cherry blossoms everywhere and all that stuff. It's like it was a cute concept, right? So I was all like, yeah, let's do it. Um, so we were getting ready to do the fake kiss. So I thought I would do like a theater kiss or something like that. So it's like you put your hands on your partner's cheeks, cover their mouth with your thumbs, so that you're not directly kissing, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I was about to do that, but then like some other people got the cameras ready, and the thing is they were like smiling like idiots. They were like so excited to see this craft. So I was all like, okay, well, now okay, so we're gonna do this. And right as I was about to put my hands up, my new friend actually grabbed my face and actually kissed me.
Damn, that's what we like to say. He asserted his dominance. What the heck?
So it was a real actual kiss. And at first I was like, what the fuck? But I decided to just go with it. So I went with it. And I just hear everybody around me screaming.
Oh my god. Wait, how long was the peck? Was it like 3 seconds or?
Actually the kiss I believe lasted a little bit under 10 seconds because we were letting people get the photos. No, I'm
Jesus!
telling you, like, out started taking.
God, that is. Wait, that is actually really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, cause for me, I guess like a really interesting story that I had at con was uh I think it was like the one time where I actually cosplayed, and then like I just kind of like walked around, and then people were like, because it was really interesting, because like my cosplay at the time was I would have to search the guy up because I barely remember his name, but let me see real quick. I think would fuck train train anime. No, because dude, I can't remember the name. Yeah, there it is. So it was from Commentary of the Iron Fortress, and it was like the protagonist. And I was cosplaying as him, and at the time I actually had like green hair with like a white strand. There's actually a video on it. Um, back like when I had like a really shitty camera, but pretty much yeah, it was I was literally cosplaying as him, and I went to AX, and at first I honestly thought I was like, dude, like I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I actually got a few like photos in, and like they thought I was like a cosplayer, and I was like, oh no, I was just doing this for fun. Yeah, and that was pretty much it. Like there wasn't really anything like too obscure at the time. It was just more like I think I was just more surprised that even like really with a really bad cosplay, like I can like still get photos with like random strangers.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah, like how like it made me realize that even if you have a bad cosplay, you could still like it's still perfectly acceptable, you know?
Oh yeah, Anime Expo is super open even to bad cosplays. I mean, when I that cosplay story I told you about, like my cosplay was bad, but like people were still asking for photos and all that stuff. So yeah, it's really acceptable community.
Yeah, that's why I'm actually kind of relieved like that was the case, because like because I'm pretty sure there are definitely some people who are like really hardcore with like it's like dude I prefer like the best cosplayers yada yada yada, and it's like
Oh
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
you do find some of those people. I mean, but I mean, I just tend to ignore those people really. I'm kind of one of those people that likes to see the professional cosplays, but whether your cosplay is bad or not, it's not like people like not all people are doing this like for a living, you know.
Yeah, that is
It's
true.
not something to be taken too seriously. It's just to have fun. I mean, you could dress up in the most mediocre cosplay, but as long as you're happy with it and you're happy, and that's all that matters. What was the best cosplay that you've seen in person, like at a convention?
It would have to be a diva cosplay back in like I think 2016. Yeah, there was like a really good diva cosplay, and it was like with her entire mech suit, and I was like,
Oh wow.
damn, I was really impressed, like because of the whole mech suit, like the cosplay itself. I mean, like literally, she just was wearing like what do you call it, like a jumpsuit, I guess.
Yeah.
That like she was just practically wearing a jumpsuit, but like just the sheer amount of like the mech, like just taking up like a good chunk of like AX. I was like, damn.
I can imagine that's crazy.
Yeah, and well, um, as of last year when I went to AX, there was a really interesting cosplay, which was like like one guy was cosplaying as Psyduck, which was, and he just like waddled around, and I was like, man, that was cool. But yeah, um, I think all I have to say is like, wait, have you been to any other conventions besides AX?
I have not, but there are anime conventions that go on in Pasadena. Where one day I plan on going to Anime Pasadena.
Anime Pasadena. Oh, I've heard that so if any of you guys were out there went to our anime club official meeting, or not official meeting, wow, our first meeting, which happened to be a party. There was actually an event that was done at Anime Pasadena, like that convention center, that we applied to our party, which was the Chubby Bunny. Like that one, they had it. Yeah, they just had it at Anime Pasadena, which we were just like, man, that would be funny to have for like the club. And I'm hoping that like you guys that are out there just listening to this is like enjoyed that amount of content. But
That was a pretty good good idea for a game. A lot of people participated more than I expected.
oh really? Like, wait, how many people were you expecting?
I don't know. I was expecting like 2 or 3 people to participate, but there was like 10 people that came up, I think.
Yeah, there was like 10, and I was like, damn, all right, let's get it
Yeah.
started. But
It was pretty cool. That I loved that that anime scavenger hunt game. That was pretty cool.
yeah, um, yeah, the president really actually like worked a lot of his time to to make that. It's just that obviously there were some clips that were a little bit too long, but it was just to like test out like the like attention awareness that like people at parties tend to have. So it was like an experimental thing, but I mean we have a good idea now that like people honestly just come there for like content more than anything else. So it's like it's got to be like fast paced.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because for me, like just going back to the whole like convention topic, like I've been to two conventions, which is ALA, which is Anime Los Angeles, all the way in Ontario, and
I heard
obviously,
that one was good.
yeah, ALA, really chill. It's a really chill place, honestly. Like, even as like, so I volunteered at Anime Los Angeles, and honestly, it was a really chill place. There was good vibes going around. Because all I did was registration and like just help people get their badges and stuff, and like make sure that everyone got their badges, everyone to like a good spot, and yeah, the convention itself really good. There's actually a lot of cosplayers comparing to like AX, which you would be surprised because Anime Los Angeles isn't that big, but there was actually a lot of cosplayers. Like if I were to like compare a ratio of cosplayers in Anime Los Angeles, there was like probably like 80 to 20. Like 80% of people actually cosplayed something, and then 20% just like probably in like just regular clothing.
Oh wow! So that's like the cosplay central for Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's like honestly a lot of people cosplay over there, and especially there were some really good ones.
Wow, I might go there just to cosplay now.
Yeah. It happens like every like winter ish. So like during like January, that was the last Anime Los Angeles. And also tickets there are a lot cheaper comparing to um yeah, compared to AX, because like what like prices now for AX is like 130 something for 4 days.
Yeah.
right? Like, is it still 130 or is it like now like
For 4 days. Let me see. Anime Expo. Um, so the 4 day passes are now. Where did they go? 4 day child, 1 day attendee, 4 day attendee. It's
so it's
124.
$124.
I mean, that's not horrible.
Yeah, that's not bad. But like for a 1 day to now be $69
Oh my god, what?
or like
Apparently 44 to
yeah, it's
69. What does
44.
that mean?
Like I feel like it's probably 44 for like maybe selling it on Thursday or Sunday, but and maybe Friday and Saturday is like 69 something. But
Possibly.
but still like up there in price is like because I remember
Yeah.
back in the day, right? Like Anime Expo used to be like $80 or no, like $60 for a 4 day pass, and now they just like doubled it. It's crazy. Thing.
Yeah. I need to take my brother sometime because he likes watching anime once in a while.
Wait, what's
Um uh and he's 7 years old, so I could get him a child pass.
yeah, dude, the child pass would be a blessing. God. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. The one thing that's really cool about Anime Los Angeles, which I'm not gonna lie, should be implemented to AX, but um, I probably shouldn't be saying that because I don't know if one day that if we ever do get sponsored by AX, which is a negative, or like Crunchyroll, then then fuck,
Yeah.
probably shouldn't be saying that right now. But what's really cool about ALA is that they have a thing called Parent in Tow, and what that is, it's like the kid is pretty much like the parent, like deciding where to take the parent to go to. So
Oh
like,
wow.
so like, so it's actually the parent in tow makes it so then the parents who have kids that like to watch anime, um, like they could come hop along for like a significantly cheaper price, and like,
Totally.
and it's insane because it's like damn, like now the kids could like go rampant at Anime Los Angeles.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, actually. Actually, now that I think about it, I wish they did apply that to AX because the first time I went over there. I pretty much had my mom along.
Yeah, you pretty much like drag your mom along.
Yeah, well, the thing is, she bought the ticket for my birthday, so I went there. So I went there for my birthday, even though it was like months after.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and like my mom doesn't like animated stuff at all.
Yeah,
So like, yeah, she got it pure. So I was just like dragging her,
yeah.
but she had to get a pass for herself.
Holy shit. You know what I'm actually surprised though? That the fact that since AX is so big now, that a lot of people went for the premier fan badge
Oh my god!
and it's sold out.
Oh, the premiere fan badges sell out so quickly. You have no idea.
Dude, I actually did not expect that. That's a thing where I'm like, damn,
That shit's expensive too.
yeah. What do you even get out of it? Premier fan hotel booking block? And an
Um. Oh man, the premiere fan badge. That stuff is like you get even more than the 4 day trip. So, let me see.
oh, early
Get
entry
that.
to the exhibit hall, and you have a Premier Fan lounge access.
The ultimate fan 4 day experience.
Oh, you also get discount
Premiere
on
fan page.
official AX merchandise, which is kind of
Premiere fan swag. Priority entry. Yeah. Before everybody else goes in, you go in to all the panels. So
yeah.
4 day access to Anime Expo, badge with exclusive lanyard, So you get your own different lanyard from the attendees. Swag bag package features exclusive art by Pictogram. Premier Fan Hotel booking block, limited availability. So you get to book a hotel easier. Exclusive ticketing, pre-sale purchase for select events. So any other events you get to buy, or you get to order tickets first. Exclusive advance reservation for select high demand events. For high demand events that requires a wristband reservation beforehand, Premier fans will have an exclusive reservation period. Priority entry access to the convention center. So they get into the convention center first.
Yeah.
Priority entry to panels, early entry to exhibit hall, designated Premier fan line for exhibit hall, Premier lounge access. So they get to hang out in an exclusive area. Damn.
They get a lot, which is pretty cool. But
so basically, they get to get everywhere before everybody else does.
Which I'm not gonna lie, kind of useful during AX, especially the fact that there's like pretty much 350,000 people that go there every year.
Yeah, it's a huge ass convention, so getting in there early like is in handy. I don't know. I don't know if that kind of price is worth it though, because the thing is with Anime Expo, it's like it's just a matter of planning carefully.
That is true, yeah. Because I feel like even as not a Premiere fan, you can honestly do like a few of the panels pretty well if you plan very
Yeah,
well.
yeah. That's why the Anime Expo app comes in handy. So it shows you all the events that are going to be going on during the convention, so that you can make your schedule in there. So that way you're planning ahead and you can get to all the panels that you want faster, even without a Premier fan badge.
Yeah, yeah.
The only thing that really comes in handy with a Premier fan badge is the ticketed events. So they get early access to pre-ordering event tickets. So I remember the last time I went to Anime Expo, they were doing the season premiere of My Hero Academia, which I wanted to go see, but the problem was it became a ticketed event, such high demand.
Yeah.
Premier fan badges allowed you to get the ticket.
But besides that, so we're running out of time. So I'm gonna like pretty much wrap it up. But besides that, so what's going on regarding with so this podcast is oriented around a club that is in a college, and for those who are listening who happens to be those college students, we're gonna be having our next event that we're gonna be having, and it's gonna keep you guys up to date, is we're gonna have an anime dating game show game. Hopefully on campus. I can't guarantee that for sure yet. There might be some changes. We'll just notify you guys through via email/Discord. But besides that, so the whole point of the anime dating game show thing, it's not for the actual purpose, which is like dating and all that jazz. It's more satirical. So like honestly, you could just joke around, have fun. People are not gonna take you seriously. So I mean, if you are actually trying to get someone in this dating game show game, that's most likely not gonna happen because I'm sorry. You just have to just try a different method because this we're just honestly.
Disclaimer.
Yeah, no, this is just a game that we just kind of implemented because there was a dating game show in Anime Los Angeles, and we just took the idea and just threw it in here. We're gonna have like a different set of questions. So if you've been to Anime Los Angeles, coming to this dating game show is gonna be a completely different experience, and hopefully it's fun and entertaining for you guys. And yeah, that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching or not watching. Wow, listening to this podcast, and hopefully, if you guys enjoy this type of style, type of podcasty, you can put in our suggestions, yada yada yada, in our Discord, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Anything you want to say, Al?
Uh, uh, enjoy your week. Wash your hands. Stay safe.
That's it. All right. All right.